Well, hello everyone. Hey, I hope everyone's doing great, having a great weekend. And I just wanted to check in with you all and just speak for a few minutes. My name is Raj Gwendu. I am the founder of Tectonic Transformations, and I wanted to thank you personally for following me, liking my page. I hope you're enjoying the posts that I've been putting up. You'll be seeing a lot more personal stuff from me as we go forward. But I wanted to reflect a little bit about, 2017. Can't believe it's over as we get ready to say goodbye to the year and do a little reflection on it, my personal experience, and 2018. And, I just wanted to shout out real quickly look out for my new book that'll be coming out. It's called Finding Home. It's a story about the journey of overcoming adversity, self discovery, change, reinvention, and it's published by the fine folks over at Maddox Publishing. So look for that soon. I'll be keeping you posted of any updates that are going to be um, shared as to how soon it's going to be released. But 2017, what a year! And for me personally, it's been phenomenal. This year was a year of tremendous personal growth. I dedicated myself to focusing on really growing myself this year. I mean, it's been a couple year journey, but honestly, this last year we really tried to dial in and fine tune the areas and the level of where and how I wanted to grow. So, it was really good. I got to meet a couple of people that I consider mentors in my life, from John Maxwell to Tony Robbins. And that was like a dream come true, but it doesn't stop there, right? We have to take it further. So I wanted to actually speak to you all and issue kind of a personal challenge now. This is, probably not for everyone. Not everyone's going to receive it or really care, but I wanted to issue a personal challenge for 2018, right? For 2018, I want to ask you to not settle for the average, not settle for being mediocre, right? Average is the enemy of good, and good is the enemy of great. And why can't you be great? Well, let's start with that question. What is it that's keeping you from being great? Is it because you believe you can't? Um, Tell me. I'd like to hear from you. Are you happy? A lot of people are happy with where they're at, and that's fine. If you're content, then you're good. And, my voyage is all about being successful and being the best you can be. Someone asked me one time, well, what is the definition of success for you? And for me, the definition of success is living life on your terms. And are you living life on your terms? You know, are you at that level of fulfillment that you're happy with it? And we can all be a little more happier, but are you feeling fulfilled in your life? And one of the ways to be fulfilled is to grow yourself personally. So that's really what I'm trying to encourage you to do, is to seek to grow yourself daily and to try to adopt a lifestyle of personal growth. Now, if you've been looking at my page, you'll probably notice that I like to focus on areas of health, fitness, mental growth, positive social psychology. Those things I feel that are important to me to grow myself. And I'd like to encourage you to do the same, because once you start on a journey of personal growth, you'll see the world starting to change in front of you. Things will just really open up for you. So I want to try to encourage you to upgrade your mind and your body. You see, a lot of times we go through life. As a child, we had these dreams. We dreamt big, and then we get in, you know, the grind of living, to where we get stuck in a rut, the rut of the routine. And they say that you become the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. And we get into these social groups and everybody's doing the same thing, and we get content, and guess what? We set up camp there, and all of a sudden, the dreams we might have had as a child, they quickly fizzle out, they fade away, and we adopt life as this is who we are. And we stop dreaming. I'm sure many of you have heard that saying that, a lot of us die at 21, but we're not buried until we're 71. And it's because the dream had died, but we just went on walking through life in this state of the routine because we've been hypnotized by the routine. So I want to encourage you, I'm challenging you to upgrade your mind, upgrade yourself, upgrade your body, do something to get out of that rut. And for many of us, if we become the average of 5 people that we spend the most time with, we might have to grow our circle, we might have to find a new circle, we might have to start hanging around people that's going to help us to get to that next level. Because really, there's two things in life that'll help you be fulfilled. One is personal growth, right? The other is giving back or contribution. So once you get to a level that you can grow, you know, I encourage you to contribute all the time, but you will really never stop growing. And when I say growing, is that learning and evolving yourself. And how do you do that? Well, you start by listening to things like this, for one thing, but, excuse me, you know, feeding your mind a good diet, right? Think about the things you do on a daily basis. We're all creatures of habit and routine. And we go about life on autopilot sometimes. You know, we'll get up, we'll brush our teeth, drink our coffee, eat breakfast, whatever it is, work out, whatever it is your routine is, we are creatures of habit. So in order to start growing yourself mentally, physically, you have to adopt routines that become habits or patterns that's going to allow you to do that. And one of the things I say is to feed your mind a healthy diet. You know, start reading things that will actually inspire you to grow. One of the best books out there that'll help you grow your mind towards a success mentality is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, that's one book. And I would encourage you to start there. If you've never read it, read it. It's a good read. It's very, very easy, but you'll find a lot of successful people have started with that book and have laid a foundation with that book that has carried them further and further in life. And they will either refer back to it because it's a foundational piece of work that just, you can just keep stacking layers and layers and layers upon it. And get into a routine of feeding that to yourself daily, morning, at night. Okay, because think about this. If you get up, what's the first thing you start feeding into your brain? You know, I used to always say this from an early age: garbage in, garbage out. Whatever you take in is going to be cultivated and eventually reflected back. And you know, I don't want to get too deep into this, but the world that you see and you perceive is a reflection of your mind, your mindset. You will attract to you the things that you believe is your reality. So I want to encourage you to adopt a lifestyle to where you start feeding yourself a healthy mental diet on a daily basis, morning and night. You know, when you wake up, you know, some of us might put on the news and start feeding ourselves all the negativity that comes with that. If we come home from work, before we go to bed, we start feeding ourselves negativity. We tune into the media, and it becomes this cerebral drip of hypno chaos that saturates our brain into adopting a reality that really is not what it should be. We should be better than the things that we are seeing. So do that. Feed yourself a positive diet, so to speak. The other thing is that, you know, get into a routine. If you're not physically active, if you want to lose weight, if you want to get more physically fit, start doing it. Now, this is one of the things I focus on, right? I'm pretty big into physical fitness and healthy, because one of the quickest ways people can change their state of mind, if you're depressed, if you're down, is to do something physical. You know, you change your physiology and it immediately starts affecting the way you think. And I can tell you from personal experience, times that I have been down in a dumps, in a rut. The minute I start hitting it hard through a workout, you get your blood pumping, you get things flowing, you start feeling better, for one, but it opens up the portals of creativity in your brain to find ways out of problems. So do that, you know. Start adopting a lifestyle of physical fitness so that you can help augment your way of thinking. And if you're one of your goals, you know, is to lose weight over the, you know, a lot of people go through the new year and they say, hey, it's time to lose 20 pounds. I gained 20 pounds over the holidays and I want to lose 20 pounds. Well, you should be working out all the time anyway. I just feel, you know, that you should do that because that's my lifestyle. But really, to have a successful lifestyle of maintaining your weight, I'm not just going to say weight loss, because fad diets, fad weight workouts, weight loss programs never work. It has to be a lifestyle, right? But it takes action. It takes consistent action. It takes repeated, consistent actions that become habits in your life, because unless you have a pattern and a habit, then it's not going to be repeated on a daily basis to where it becomes effective. And like I said, we're all creatures of habits. So, why is consistency so important in certain things? Because you become the things you do consistently, because it becomes a habit and it becomes a pattern and you'll keep doing it. So start setting yourself a time to where you can work out. Maybe it's lunchtime, you just ate lunch, go for a walk. Do something that's going to make you get up and move. Believe it or not, one of the most dangerous jobs in the world today is sitting at a desk, right? So strive to adopt a lifestyle of physical activity. And one of the things I do is I train people and coach them on physical fitness. So I'll be talking more about that, throughout this page and later on down. But 2018, the challenge, right, is to optimize your mind, optimize yourself, upgrade yourself. Seek to adopt a lifestyle of personal growth. Now, one of the things you're going to do is you're going to raise your standards and raise the expectations you have for yourself. And a lot of people say, well, you can't manage expectations because it's unrealistic. And I believe in that. I believe that your expectations for yourself should always be higher than what anybody else has for you. We should always have our own personal standards set higher than what somebody else has. But, a lot of pain and suffering comes because the expectations we have from other people, people always don't live up to the expectations we have of them. And that's what we need to manage, right? We change the expectations we have of what we think someone might do or how they're going to behave, and we try to become appreciative of something in their life that we can be thankful for. So personally, for ourselves, we set our expectations, we set the standards that we set for ourselves higher than what anybody else might. So we feed ourselves a more excellent mental diet, we feed ourselves and we treat our bodies better, eating better and exercising, right? Michael Jordan, how did he become great? Because he set a standard for himself that was higher than what anybody else says. He said he was his own biggest competition. So how do you go about, making this permanent, lasting change? Believe it or not, anybody can lose weight. Anybody can get physically fit. You go up on YouTube, you go up on Google, you can find any workout program you want. You can find any diet you want. Everybody's telling you how to lose weight. Everybody's telling you how to get physically fit. There's thousands of programs out there telling you how you can become successful. What is it going to take for you to become successful? It's going to take, for one thing, leverage, right? Sometimes people say, well, if you get enough leverage over something, then it can cause you to change. But think about this, right? Leverage can be fear-based, can be putting a gun to someone's head and saying, you have to change. You have to change or you're going to die or something bad's going to happen to you. Well, how long is that going to last? Until the leverage is taken away, right? So that's good to get you going and get you moving. But really, if you look at people that have become very successful, and I'll just use one person because I know a lot about him, since it's in the line that I'm very familiar with in health, and that's Arnold Schwarzenegger. It wasn't fear that got him to where he wanted to go. It's that he had a vision of who he wanted to be very early on. He saw something great that he could be and he bought into it. And really that is the most important thing that is going to help you make any type of change, permanent, lasting change in your life, is that you have to buy into a belief that you can be more. You have to believe that, and you have to remember the future as you see it for yourself. You have to visualize a future to where you see a state that you want to be in. You have to live in that, and you have to emotionalize it with gratitude, and you have to bring it into you, and you have to do this on a repeated, consistent basis. And this needs to be a daily practice of yours. This is one thing Arnold Schwarzenegger does. This is one thing that, Tony Robbins does. He will tell you, and a lot of people that have been successful will tell you, you need to visualize the place you want to be, the person you want to be. Remember a future of how you see it. And then remember some thing that you can be extremely grateful for, whether if it's a smile on your child's face or something great you accomplished or just this great feeling that you have, and take that emotion and mix it with that visualization and take that feeling of that energy and bring it within you and stay in that state daily. Live there. And you start to let that vision you have for yourself draw you into becoming more and greater than what you currently are. And like I said, a lot of people might not listen to this because they're content where they are. But this is for those of you that are hungering, that are seeking to be more excellent, that are seeking for something greater, that they know they can be. So if you know you can be a person of great influence that can inspire and lead others to be inspiring leaders of others, then I want to encourage you. Let 2018 be the year that you do it, right? I saw a great poster the other day. It said 2017, thanks for the lessons. 2018, let's do this. And I want you to look at 2018 to be the year that you're going to do it. And, I'm here. I'm going to encourage people. I want to be a light, a beacon that can inspire people to grow. That's my mission that I have, is that I want to help people to become the best they can be. Excuse me. I want to help people become the best they can be. So you don't need to reinvent the wheel. A lot of successful people say you model success. You find folks that have done it, that have become successful, and then yet you do what they did. And so I want to help you to do the same thing, because every great person that has ever achieved significant greatness or accomplishment always had mentors and always had coaches. Wayne Gretzky's, Michael Jordan's, Tony Robbins, John Maxwell, they all had mentors and coaches. So I want to encourage you, you don't have to use me. Find someone that can inspire you and that can be a coach and that can show you the way, because a leader is someone that has been the way, that can show you the way, and that can take you there. So find a coach, find a mentor. And then finally, I want to leave you with what I consider to be the secret ingredient, right? Is that I have found this to be probably the most powerful ingredient that can help you get to places that are higher. And that is gratitude, okay? You need to adopt a lifestyle of being thankful. And you got to find something that you can be thankful for, because when gratitude becomes your source of power, it's hard for any other negative emotion to live in your being, because you are now, exhibiting an appreciation for creation, for the things that you have. You're seeing the glass as being half full, not half empty, and you attract into you a state of abundance, okay? When you start living out of a place of appreciation and gratitude, you start casting away a scarcity mindset that only looks at what you don't have, and you start embracing an abundance mindset that says, thank you for the things that I do have. And once you get that mindset, then more things will start flowing to you. You will start attracting more things to you. So let's do it. 2018, you need any help, message me. I'd be more than happy to help show you the way. But I want to encourage you, let's do this. And once again, thank you for taking time to look at this message. Keep following me. I hope you like the posts I'm going to put up. Look out for my book, and God bless you. Happy New Year.